facility, Vivarium Animal Research, but we use the term Vivarium. So Vivarium means an animal research facility.
Okay.
So differentiate between the vet hospital or vet laboratory by saying Vivarium facility.
Okay.
So this is the concept. It has, of course, animal housing and the cage washers and all the
Okay.
technologies associated with it. So, Assalamu alaikum, this is Engineer Omar Saab. As my colleague Mr. Mahmoud said, we are here from Eden Life Sciences. We collaborated with Al Rayyan, a scientific company, to present Allentown, which is one of the leading animal research or vivarium solutions in the market. And this is my colleague Ms. Hirni. She is the project manager. Anything when it comes to animal research, she is the brain and we are the muscle. So we execute, she designs. So we are a team here, and it's really a pleasure to be in Zarqa University. We heard a lot from Mr. Mahmoud, and we prepared a short presentation. So mainly here, what we will highlight, the new technologies in the following fields: animal breeding, animal experimental, animal housing, animal behavior studies, animal imaging, surgical, sterilization and washing, and finally enrichments. Because the way Allentown deals with animals, they want them always to live in a 5-star hotel. We want to make sure that they are very happy, because happy animals give us really great data.
Happy research.
Happy
Animals is happy.
So just to give a quick introduction, Allentown is a US-based company. It has been here in the business for 51 years. الشركة لها 51 سنة موجودة في أمريكا. Mainly عندهم أكثر من 66 دولة شغالين بالأبحاث. As my colleague mentioned, Pfizer was the last project, and if you are aware of Charles River, we built Charles River facility for animal research.
Okay.
So Charles River is one of our main customers, and of course we have 6 global warehouses. 6 مستودعات بنعمل فيهم كل الأجهزة. It's fully automated. يعني you go there, you just look, everything's happening by itself. Of course, it's a GMP facility. We want always to follow the highest standards and guidelines, because again, we are the leading in animal research, so we want to have the best products. We have two mainly we manufacture in US and Europe. أكثر شيء نحن بنصنع مركزين في أمريكا وفي أوروبا. من أمريكا وأوروبا بنوزع ل 66 دولة، منها الشرق الأوسط وأفريقيا وآسيا وحولنا.
أنتوا جديد دخلتوا على الأردن؟ أوكي.
So again, Vivarium solutions here, we segregate the facility into 3 main parts: VDS, VDS, and VPS. VDS means Vivarium Design Solutions. كيف الديزاين ببلش؟ لأنه غير الأجهزة والنيو تكنولوجيز لازم يكون الديزاين صح. We will show you how we segregate the dirty corridor, the clean corridor, quarantine area, animal housing, breeding facility, experimental, surgical. حتى الواشنج بنحاول دائما يكون بعيد عن المين اريا عشان الازعاج.
اوكي عشان النوت.
نعم، واللون حتى لون الحيطان كيف بيكون، هل مين عنده الاكسس ليدخل. You have a password, not everyone has the of course. وكمان الفاسيلتي دايركتور هي بتعطي الباسورد لمين يدخل, and anyone who will enter the door he will get the facility director will get a message. For example, engineer Amr Saad entered the facility. What time and date, and what did he do? Of course, every cage has a tag. For example, cage 1, Dr. Naiman, what she's doing, diabetic studies, oncology studies, and so on. Everything should be recorded. So this is the Vivarium Design Solutions. We are building the facility from zero. And then VTS, which is Vivarium Technical Solution. It is not only a machine. مش بس جهاز نحن بنجيبه بنعطي عليه تدريب وبنروح. لا. بنعمل courses animal handling. كيف نحن نتعامل مع الحيوانات. المايس أو الراتس. مش نحن نمسكهم ونزتهم في الكيج. لا. في ethics or morals. There is a proper standards. So not only training on the device, but on how to handle the whole facility. So this is something that we do. Of course, بيكون educational program 12 hours. 6 hours, 8 hours, as per the university, we sit with the professor and we design it as per the experiment. So the animal handler or the animal technician will know how to, and we will give also certification from Allentown that Mr. or Professor Naiman is aware of the technology. Finally is Vivarium Professional Solutions. So Vivarium Professional Solutions, we are what we do is some of the big massive projects we get the team from US. بنجيب الناس الاكسبرتس من امريكا من اوروبا يقعدوا يمسكوا الفاسيلتي for 1 year or 2 years as per the contract وبيعلموا كل الناس الموجودين. فبيجوا مع عائلتهم بيدخلوا جامعه وكل شيء وبيدرسوا وبيعلموا كل الموجودين انه how to handle the facility. لانه for example if we are doing pharmaceutical research the professor and doctor بده يعمل invest للتايم تبعه في الريسيرش، ما بده يضيع كثير وقته كيف يتعامل وكيف ينظف الكيج وكيف يتعامل مع الانيمال، كيف يطلعه من الهاوس للانيمال ترانسفير ستيشن وهكذا. فبيكون في بعض الكونتراكتس بيجوا البروفيشنال سيرفيسز فور 1 year بيعملوا تريننج وبياخذوا الفاسيلتي من الالف للياء وبيعلموا كل الناس اللي بيكونوا مثلا موجودين في الليسته اللي هم حيكونوا مسؤولين مثلا الانيمال بريدنج، الانيمال اكسبيرمنتال، الايمجنج، السيرجيكال، كل واحد حسب التخصص اللي هو
طبعا وحسب كمان السكوب تبع الانيمال فاسيلتي، يعني يمكن في شغلات ما تكون موجوده حسب السكوب.
اكيد. كمان اهم شيء نحن هون نحن we want to highlight as Allentown نحن we are very flexible. نحن we understand انه بيكون في sometimes يعني شورتج في الدايمنشنز او مثلا بيكون الفاسيلتي كبيره صغيره حسب
تقسيماتها
حسب القسم. نحن flexible معهم. سو هذول نحن بالفايفيريوم سوليوشنز again designing technical and operation.
بس عفوا الاديوكيشنال كورسز وين بتصير؟ يعني في
هون نحن بنجيب نعمل
يعني بتيجوا بالمكان نفسه ولا انتم عندكم موقع معين ممكن؟
نحن ممكن نعمل حسب بعض الجامعات بدهم ايانا نعمل نحن اونلاين كورس. ممكن نحن نعمل اونلاين كورس ونعطيكم الباسورد او هيك انتم تتعاملوا.
طب تصيروا تخبرونا مثلا لما تعملوا اونلاين كورسز هل فيها اشتراك، في فيز، هاي التفاصيل؟
بالضبط. نحن مش ممكن نعمل، نحن كل فتره بنعمل ويبينارز اونلاين للدكاتره وللطلاب يدخلوا ويجي يشوفوا مثلا نحكي عن موضوع مثلا ليتس سي انيمال بريدنج، شو عم بيصير بالانيمال بريدنج، شو مثلا التشالنجز، كيف البروفيسورز مثلا في الجامعات اللي حوالينا كيف قدروا يتغلبوا عليها، ويجي الدكاتره بيجوا بيسالوا اوكي نحن عندنا 1 2 3 كيف ممكن تساعدنا، ويصير في كولابوريشن. نحن وي اولويز هايلايت كولابوريتنج مثلا بين let's say زلقة University and Harvard University. دائما بنحب يكون في collaboration, exchange of information, exchange of students. نحن here we mainly follow 2 main guidelines, ALAC and CCAC.
احنا CCAC بالديزاين استخدمته.
CCAC amazing. If we are following CCAC الحمد لله we are more than 50 to 60% in the safe side. So because what happens in other universities they are building it from scratch without following any guideline. So when they want to get accreditation
مشاكل كثير
بيصير كثير مشاكل. ما في بدك انت تيجي تكسر الوول، بدك تحط اشبك سيستم جديد.
حلو بالCCAC حتى للانيمال فاسيلتي الصغيره زينا اذا مش قادرين نطبق بعض المتطلبات بعطوك مخرج لها.
بالضبط
زي ما قلت لك شغله الون واي والداي واي. فهي كثير شيء رائع وشيء كثير ابليكابل وبيطبق على جميع المستويات.
This is really نحن one of the things نحن انه why we work with CSC لانهم flexible and the end of the day نحن we want انه البروجكت يمشي مثل ما حكينا. مرات مثلا بيكون الفاسيلتي كثير صغيره، مرات مثلا بيكون في شويه شورتج، ف at the end of the research they want to do research. This is their goal. فنحن we are following this guidelines. طبعا نحن we brought a simple let's say example of one of the facilities that we designed from scratch. My colleague Helmi will elaborate more on it.
All right. Firstly, a very good morning, and thank you so much for having us here for a brief, explanation and introduction. So, as Saab mentioned, Omar, that till now, how we do with leaders in Allentown is we work with the clients from the scratch to design the facility, because more than cages, we bring the scientific expertise, because a cage is a cage, but what science, what research goes inside it, that's more important. Of course, we have so many experienced, delegates here, so you know better that if anything unfortunately goes wrong with the airflow, the whole research gets hampered. So before giving any designs to the end user, we sit across with them on the table. Okay, what kind of research you are planning to do? What is the targeted animals? How many animals you need? Based on that, we do the design. So this is one of the project we are doing in GCC. It's like one of the state-of-the-art facility we are building, and it's the largest animal facility in Middle East. It has all the animal research capabilities, and we are working with this client for more than 4 years. It's like from the scratch. So this whole facility is divided in 4 divisions. sorry, it's like a very small drawing, so you won't be able to visible clearly. This part is divided mostly into the surgical and the procedural, because of course every animal facility needs to have a surgical area. How you will do any kind of, whether it's large animal or small animals. This part is for the ruminant, because obviously they want to have the capabilities for large animals as well.
Okay.
So let's say for the swine or for the dogs, for the cats, depending on their research. This part is more into imaging. So it's an MRI imaging, X-ray, and other capabilities are here. We have segregated. And we always put a barrier, because according to the ALAC and CCAC guidelines, a barrier is very important, between the breeding and housing and surgical areas. This whole area is the animal holding rooms.
Holding room. Okay.
Yeah, holding rooms, and this predominantly works on rodents and rabbits, not on large animals as of now. So this is a holding room. This full area is for the behavioral studies, where of course, because when you're having a large facility for more than 10,000 animals, you need a space specifically dedicated for the behavioral studies. So we have some partners across, again based in US, who give us the solutions for behavioral studies. So this area is dedicated. This one is a very, very segregated and very crucial part is the washing area. So it is completely with a barrier divided from the holding rooms, because there is a mechanical, lot of washers, rack washer, cage washer, which we will show you in upcoming slides. Because a cage, IBC or a bottle, everything has to be washed and autoclaved, because it's reusable. When we are using it for the other experiments, it has to be very clean and sterilized to make sure that the other research is not hampered. And this is the breeding area. So this particular client wants their in-house breeding capabilities. So this is the most advanced, latest, innovative, advanced, and according to the ALAC guidelines. So once this facility is done, how we do? So we make sure that when we design the layout, again Allentown and leaders of course with Alran, we are experts in providing the designs according to the ALAC guidelines. So when a facility is built, we can directly go and apply for the ALAC. ALAC team will come, they will have a visit, because everything, all the workflow is according to the guidelines, they give you a certificate. And when we have a standard, ALAC is the highest authority, highest body for animal ethics. Once we have an ALAC, we can collaborate with any international partner globally, and they can have a student exchange program, all the publications and everything is like more recognized. So yeah, this is on the whole that we have designed. This is one of the example of how we designed the lab. Now this can vary according to the how much space is available. This is a large space, of course, so we have that freedom to design to cover everything. We are also working with clients who have very like half of this room. They say, oh, we have half of this room. We don't have. Okay, no problem. So we'll design accordingly. The best part about this is the airflow system. In any animal facility, the major part is the HVAC, the HVAC, the airflow. Yes, so we have the latest, most advanced airflow system, which connects all the IVCs in one, and that goes above the ceiling. So there is no noise. That is completely Bluetooth controlled. For example, if you are this animal facility manager, you have 10 rooms, you have 100 IVCs. You can't go to each and every IVC and check what is the temperature, what is the humidity. So we have all the Bluetooths, and it's connected with a tablet. So a technician or a facility manager or researcher sitting in their lab or sitting in their house, they can monitor everything.
So this is the latest technology that we are talking about. Like, you don't need to go and check cage by cage what is the let's say the temperature, the pressure, ceiling.
I'll show the airflow system.
Yeah, we will show. By just having a tablet, فينا نقعد and we will see okay خلاص مثلا what is happening in our facility, and if anything happens بيطلع alarm. مثلا هالغرفة رقم هذا، هالميسر وهكذا في.
بس عمر، هذا كيف بدنا نعمل له كواليفيكيشن؟ كيف بدنا نتاكد انه كيف بدنا نعمل تشالنج تيست؟ كيف بدنا نتاكد انه هذا التكنيك فعلا شغال 100%؟
ما نحن we will do the calibration. حنجيب نحن حتى third party company.
اوكي.
هم بيجوا بيعملوا calibration testing، تاخذ السيرتيفيكيت انه الديتيلز اللي عم تطلع على البلوتوث سيستم اللي هي محطوطه في الاي في سي او في الكيج هي اكزاكتلي تبقى الاصل.
اوكي.
لانه اكيد ممكن.
The question is, what if the system fails? If I'm getting it right.
Yes.
Well, I can understand show Arabic now. Okay, so every IVC has a code. That code is integrated with the Allentown US system integrated. So unfortunately, of course, it's a blower, it's a mechanical system. So there are chances of failure. No matter what highest quality of brands we are using. If unfortunately there is any failure, you have to just let us know. So Allentown team from US will put that IVC number, put that blower number, they can see. and they can fix from there
Okay.
immediately. And on top of it, I will show you each and every of our cage comes with a pre-filter. With that pre-filter, the animal, if there is any power cut, for example in the university or in the area, the animals can stay as it is for more than 96 hours. Nothing will happen, more than 3 to 4 days. So if there is not any external airflow, so that is the pre-filter that we have. Next. So this is the housing system, and we have the housing system for basically a resort for animals for all the species. Next.
Yeah, so for mouse,
And-
rabbits, guinea pigs, and also large animals. So because in GCC sometimes they want us to work with horses and camels and monkeys, sometimes pigs as well. So we have large animal housing, but mice, rats, guinea pigs, rabbits, we also have some solutions.
Yeah, so this is for mice, rats, rat 1800. So based on the number of animals and the weight of animals we provide. For example, this mouse 500, they can have 3 to 5 mice ideally. If you rat 900 can have 2 to 3 rats, and if you want to have more rats, you can give you rat 1800. That can be used for guinea pigs as well.
Okay.
So based on the size, weight, and the strain that you are using, it goes accordingly. Primate housing, canine for dogs. This is for rabbits. Rabbits, we have wonderful 2 systems. That's a 6 cage configuration and 3 cages. So let's say if you're only planning to have 8 or 10 rabbits, you can go for a small 3 cage system. If there's a space constraint, we have 3 cage. If not, then we have of course 6 cage system. This system comes with all the accessories, all the excreta pan, which is stainless steel. It is all washable stainless steel with the pan, with the blowers, and it's like closed system. So that's completely packed system. And for guinea pigs, so we have for guinea pigs again we have 10 and 5. So depending on the number of animals and type of research we give. Some of the universities, though they have a large amount of animals, they want to go for a standalone 5 cage system, so that different researchers can use different system. So it's like segregated. These systems are very, very advanced. So this is mostly used by the pharmaceutical companies and some of the very niche researchers who are working on toxic and drug discovery.
Toxicology, efficacy.
Because it's seal negative and seal positive pressure. So it's like very, very closed system. This is the enrichment. This is the blowers I'm talking about. So our blowers comes with it's a controlled screen here. So air, temperature, humidity, pressure. We give a controlled air, pressure, humidity to each and every cage. So to make sure, and even if a system of 180.
Individually. So this cage has this temperature and pressure. That cage has the different temperature and pressure, and so on. It's like individually ventilated cages.
Okay.
So it goes step by step. So the first part is for the housing. Once the housing is done, second part will be the workstations where we will do the research. If you want to put any dosage, if you want to put any ingredient to see how the animals react, where we'll do. So next is the transfer station. This animal transfer station comes with a 0.03 micron HEPA filter.
Okay.
Because it's very important to make sure that the researcher and the animals both are safe.
Are protected both.
Both are protected. So any cage cannot be opened in the room. We have to take out the cage, we have to take in the next room to transfer station with the proper sterilization, then open and do any research. Next is a disposable station. So all the bedding and diet, that bedding we have to change once in 3 days or 4 days, because it will be, all the feces will be excreted. So all the bedding has to be disposed in a disposable bag properly, and all these bags are autoclavable to make sure that there is nothing contaminated. Biosafety cabinet and bedding dispenser. These are again next. Third part, so housing done, workstations done. Now third important part, washing. How we will wash the cages and IBC. So we have different kind of washers based on the number of cages and the space available in the area we provide. So rack washer, the whole IVC frame which you saw in the first image, the metal frame along with the cages, the bottles can be put in the washer. We put our detergents. It's like a simple washing machine that we are using, let's say. Let me make it clear. So we have our own detergents of alkali, acid, rinse, neutral, which is certified, which we have designed, which is suitable for the polysulfone plastic. We put it. We put the cycles on, it will wash, autoclave, sterilize, and you will get fresh, new, clean cages. Okay, so it goes from the dirty corridor, comes out from the clean corridor.
Okay.
It has 2 doors. So one door goes into the dirty corridor, one door goes into the clean corridor. Tunnel washer, it's like severe. If you have 30,000-40,000 cages, we prefer a tunnel washer.
Because it's fully automated. You just put the cage, it will take the bottle, it will take the frame, it will take everything.
bottle processing, again for bottle filling and bottle emptying. So if you have 10,000 bottles, we cannot expect a researcher to wash, put 10,000 bottles every day. I feel pity for them. So we have these automated washers. It comes with crates. Just put the bottle, just blow inside, and it gets refilled. Next. Again, some of the
shower.
Sorry.
Air shower.
Oh yes, of course, air shower. Any facility is, incomplete without this. Pass-through box, air shower, transfer station. So whether it's an animal or surgical equipment, everything has to go through a pass-through box and a transfer station because it gets decontaminated inside. Even before the animals goes into the quarantine room, it has to go through the transfer station and pass-through.
Pass box dynamic or static?
Sorry.
Pass box dynamic or static?
Both we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, the consumables and
Of course, consumables. So they
this
need
is for the
proper.
animals to have fun.
Just like.
لعب.
So he always gets jealous that they get so much of attention, we don't get it. So animal bedding, just like how we have our own mattress, they need proper bedding, alpha dry, concoct. We have nesting and enrichment because what happens once we give them proper tools to play and hide.
Enrichment area.
Enrichment.
Yeah, enrichments, the research outcomes are much better.
Especially we witness this when we are doing pharmaceutical research. One. Second, when we are doing behavioral studies, neuro-behavioral studies.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
unfortunately,
Neurological drugs.
yeah,
كلهم
exactly. For drug discovery,
Pseudotoxic
pharmaceutical-
studies.
Yeah. So when the mice is very happy, he always give us happy results. So we want to make sure that they are happy. And of course, Vivarium solutions.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is one of the most advanced and latest technology, which has taken path-breaking, results in the industry. It's a colony health monitoring. So we have realized that health monitoring is very important, which most of us you miss out. We put the animals, we do the research, but what about their health? We don't monitor. So health monitoring is like a tissue paper, a filter paper. It again comes with the pores. So you keep it in the blower and you take out the tissue paper and directly go for a PCR testing. Molecular lab. So how it helps the research? Two ways it helps. First, we drastically reduce the compromise of animals. Secondly, a researcher can monitor the health at every stage. Let's say 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months. So they can just put the tissue paper, give it tissue paper. You don't have to compromise the animals. So two ways, and why it's mostly promoted and advised by ALAC because most important, it reduces the compromising of animals. We don't compromise. Sacrificing is reduced drastically. So the very important point and very easy, very very beautiful technology that we have launched. Next.
This is the Bluetooth station. You can get.
Oh
a
yeah,
tablet.
of course.
Yeah, this is the tablet that we have. Here it's like a laptop screen, but now we are giving tablets. You have it on your desk and you can monitor the whole facility. And these are the of course we have maybe I think around 500.
More than that.
More than 500 installations, but these are the top facilities that we have done. John Hopkins, Imperial College of London, Harvard University, National University of Singapore, Novartis Basel, Of course, Charles Liver is one of them.
Charles River is the largest, is the global breeder for right now. Charles River and Jackson Lab, two of them are there, and they are completely equipped with Allentown.
These are the educational programs that we talk about. It will be like webinars, or sometimes we can even conduct it here in the university, like a small session like this, or we can even teach the professor and they can conduct it for their students. It goes like as per the preference of the end users.
So we are also very we provide the service, as you mentioned, is the operational support. So we have got some end users which they say that okay, we have the facility, but we don't have the right people who can run this operationally. So the whole team from US or UK is is brought to that area for let's say 1 year or 2 year. They operate the facility. Meanwhile they also teach the local staff how to operate.
But I think this would be not really applicable here because I think experts are.
Oh, this is in general one of our
Because actually
services.
one of the facilities that we are building in GCC, they are mainly doing infectious disease studies.
Okay.
But there is no one in the whole university who has ever
Worked on infectious disease.
Yeah. They don't know the animal handler, the animal technician, the facility manager. They don't have these people. So they requested us, but I feel like here
احنا هون انيمال بايو سيفتي ليفل 1
level 1.
ليفل 1 فاحنا لسه ابسط شيء.
ابسط شيء بعدين بنروح
ما تنسى
level
احنا
2.
داخل جامعه فصعب جدا اصلا.
طبعا
طبعا لا
فاحنا احتياطا اصلا ما بنقدر نطلع عن ليفل 1.
اوكي تمام مش مشكله. Then
Yeah, this is one of our partner. I mean, I'll not take much
Okay,
time here. For zebrafish.
Okay.
So aquanetic is one of the partners, which because again zebrafish is one of the most commonly used, widely used research model for the end users. It's for rodents and then zebrafish. So we are representing aquaneering as well. They are again doing the same thing, but giving the tanks, the fish tanks. Next. It's okay. Yeah, quarantine and breeding and all the tanks, the dosing, monitoring for zebrafish. This is how the tanks looks like for zebrafish. This is on the whole our animal research partners. Allentown for the housing. We are representing Harvard apparatus for the behavioral solutions and Medtronics. They are Diatron for the hematology analyzers. CBC, yeah, five-part differential analyzer.
Closed system or open system?
Closed system.
Closed system. Oh.
Matachana for the autoclave. And Bruker for the MRI. Aquaneering of course, and Avidity for the RO system, because of course we have to have proper reverse osmosis the system water to the rodents.
and Appendor for the
Micro manipulator.
Yeah, micro manipulator. The embryo transfer station.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it. Thank you so much for patiently listening to us. Any questions? We are more than happy to
please.
take it.
What's the difference between a